When we went out and conducted our interviews for the study that I'm going to talk about, many of our farmers knew of another farmer who had either taken their own life or were currently struggling with issues around mental health.
Dr. Christina Proctor, clinical assistant professor at the University of Georgia, is among the researchers working to fight a growing trend of suicide among farmers and ag workers. UGA researchers found among Georgia farmers and ag workers during a 7-year period a suicide rate of 50.7 per 100,000. Now that's compared to 14.9 per 100,000 among the overall population of workers.
We know from recent studies, like you said, that the suicide rates are high, and they're actually almost worse than any other sector outside of mining and construction workers.
Proctor wanted to better understand the struggle of Georgia farmers, so she conducted her own field work. She and a grad student spent time with 15 farmers in 10 Georgia counties across the state.
We got to witness firsthand not only what the farmers were telling us, but also those day-to-day stressors that they dealt with, right? Like livestock escaping. Many of our farmers were constantly being called on their phone because of issues that were happening on farms, like equipment breaking down, something happening in a chicken house. So it was really important for us to see sort of the context of the day-to-day life of a farmer, and conducting these interviews in person really helped us understand what that was like.
Proctor says financial worries emerged as farmers' most pressing concerns.
Fluctuations in market prices, increasing taxes, not being able to compete with developers buying up land, having to take out loans, high debt for their farming operations.
Other major stressors, the demands of the job.
Also, they were worried about developing injuries and illnesses that disrupted their day-to-day operation. They were worried about extreme weather events, droughts and hurricanes, but also pests and wildlife destroying their crops, right? Some of the South Georgia farmers I talked about the hogs just coming in and eating crops, so they would have to be camped out all night, to shoot the hogs that were coming in to destroy their crops. And that led to missing time with family. So that was another major stressor, right? Like having to spend so much time, on these other things that they didn't really have a lot of time to spend with their family and their friends, which led to even more stress.